Let's find out who our fourth finalist is.
Hi, my name is Mariela Lozano. I am the Director of Immigrant Services at Family Promise of Hendricks County. Our mission is to transform lives for those that are struggling in the community with resources and stability services and housing.
So tonight, representing Family Promise of Hendricks County, we have Julie Randall, the Executive Director, and Mariela Lozano, who is also the Director of Immigration. Please give them a round of applause.
Hi, I'm Mariela. And I'm Julie. Thank you so much for this opportunity. We are here this evening to ask you to join us in creating a solution to the immigrant crisis in Hendricks County. We are far from the border and we're not even in Indianapolis, but we are very familiar with the needs and the struggles of our new neighbors. In the last 10 years, the population of immigrants in Hendricks County has increased 137%. During that same time, there was only an increase of about 30% in Marion County. And since 2015, the number of BIPOC students in our Hendricks County schools has tripled. Right now, 1 in every 5 new resident in Hendricks County is actually a person of color. In the last year and a half, the number of immigrant families that we've assisted at Family of Promise has increased from 3 to 61. Families just like this one on the screen. We received this message on June 1st from a family. We are a family of 4, husband, wife, and 2 kids, ages 3 and 5, recently arrived from Venezuela. The U.S. border was kind enough to let us in to fight for a better life. We are temporarily staying at a motel in Plainfield. We have no money, no place to live, and we are in desperate need of a job, a place to stay, and medical assistance for our daughter. We ask for your help and generosity, helping us navigate this uncertain and challenging situation for our family. God bless you, and God bless America for its generosity.
And that's what the family members say. Es por eso que hicimos el duro viaje a Estados Unidos de América.
Mary and her husband Nolan, with their 2 children, have been staying in a local motel. After crossing the border in Texas, Catholic Charities paid for a plane ticket to get them to Indy. But once they arrived here, there was no help from their family. We brought them into our shelter and got to work helping them build a new life in America. After just 4 weeks, they moved into their own home. When they were handed the keys to their home, Mary broke down crying and hugging her kids, saying,
Es por eso que hicimos el duro viaje hacia Estados Unidos.
"This is why we made this hard trip to America." Mary's story is like so many other immigrants in our community. They arrive with nothing and no ability to improve their situation. This struggle can end. We have a solution. This is not a problem that's too big to solve. We don't have thousands of people crossing the border into Hendricks County. It's not a capacity issue. It's a services issue. I want to say that one more time because that's really important. It's not about capacity. It's about services. This is not some unfixable plight that we have to accept, tiptoe around, or just ignore. We have a solution and we are ready, but we need your help. What sets our immigrant services apart is that we work to create sustainable stability. It's our ability to meet the totality of the needs that families are experiencing. We have things like emergency housing, permanent housing, homelessness prevention, stability services, orientation, language assistance, and legal assistance. It doesn't work to just do one thing. We have to do all of it, and we are doing a whole lot. We began the process around a year and a half ago and now created a space in Plainfield on Main Street, most of the programs and hired staff. But we need your help in one big way.
And the last missing piece is for us to become a creditor representative. And what that means is that we are going to be able to provide legal immigrant services for our community. We opened the first immigrant center at Hendricks County a month ago. And if you vote for us, we are going to be able to help all these families to accomplish their dream. 2 days ago, I received a call from a teacher that has been working with this young lady that immigrated 2 years ago. And that young woman never had the opportunity to have immigration relief. So she shared that she was never loved, and she was abandoned at when she was 5 years old. Then she started at this school, and her teacher brought her to me. She opened up, and now she's gonna be able to have documents, and we are supporting this little girl who said, I never feel love, I never seen the light, and you gave me a light. So thank you. Gracias.
When you spoke on focusing on sustainable stability, so to speak, what are some of the current community partners that you're working with now, or those that you're going to be working with in the near future?
So specifically for our organization, because we're in Hendricks County, there aren't a lot of resources for immigration or any of the work. Last year, we ended homelessness for 175 families and prevented it for over 1,200. And that's by utilizing the resources in our own community. It's really, really easy to refer problems out to other agencies and other organizations. At Family Promise, we bring those services in and are able to work that kind of magic because of that work. We do work with a lot of the immigration agencies within Marion County, but we're the first in Hendricks County and the only to be able to provide services from showing up on our doorstep with a bag made out of a sweatshirt to moving people in homes and going through the whole entire legalization process.
What's the budget requirement for the program that you're asking for funds for? And then how do you plan after this is over to continue to fund that program?
We are gonna use the funding to become accredited representatives, and what that means, as I said, we are gonna be providing legal services, immigration services, even for non-attorneys. They are gonna be willing to do it because Department of Justice will certify us, and so that's a big part. There in Central Indiana, there is just 3 accredited representatives organizations, and we are hoping to be the 4th one. Thank you. Gracias.
Awesome. Really appreciate the work that Family Promise of Hendricks County is doing to ensure something so valuable and so important like legal services are available to those who are not just moving into Central Indiana, but those that are migrating here to the United States for the first time. So you can only imagine all the fear and the trauma. I know that I don't even like interacting with the legal system in any capacity. I can only imagine what it would be like to interact with it in another country and the fear that must be a part of that. So really appreciate the work they're doing for our neighbors in Hendricks County.